So far this year, North Korea has launched 13 missiles during 9 rounds and a pace of testing that we last saw in 2017. I think that the resumption of tests should be directly linked to the failure of the Hanoi summit in February 2019. Recent tests are consistent with an effort to systematically implement that kind of wish list laid out by Kim Jong-un at the 8th Party Congress in January 2021. So North Korea has been on this path towards bigger tests for a while, and now seems an especially favorable time for North Korea to focus on that weapon developments without fearing the consequences from the UN Security Council, also knowing that Russia and China will oppose new sanctions. So upcoming launch activities should be expected, I think. We know that March is a typically busy month for missile testing in North Korea. And we also know that North Korea might be preparing something big to mark the Day of the Sun on the 15th of April. We saw that under Moon Jae-in, the United States and South Korea sometimes struggle to align their positions towards North Korea. And that was especially the case when Moon Jae-in called for an end of war declaration with North Korea, which many in the US felt was premature. I do not expect Yoon Suk-yeol to play that kind of broker mediator role. We can expect the president-elect to emphasize deterrence as much as potential engagement when it comes to North Korean policy, but everything will be made from a complete alignment with the positions of the Biden's administration. It will be very interesting to see how the pledges regarding the THAAD batteries that Yoon made during the campaign will actually be translated during his administration, but to me it's very unlikely that the Biden administration will back these pledges. The unfolding situation in Ukraine, I think, reinforces the North Korean regime's perception that maintaining its nuclear stockpile is key to regime survival. North Korea is now backing Russia because Moscow supports sanctions relief for North Korea in the Security Council. And so Pyongyang seeks Russia's assistance in opposing new sanctions for continuing North Korea's weapons test. China's call for the international community to respect Russia's legitimate security concerns as it invaded Ukraine echoes Beijing's support and Beijing's position on North Korea. China has indeed backed Pyongyang throughout the Biden's administration. Recent sanction push and condemnation against missile launches, all the while urging Washington and Seoul to acknowledge North Korea's reasonable and legitimate concerns. So I think that these expression of sympathy from Beijing for Russia and North Korea in their struggle against Western hegemony also reinforces Beijing's own narrative that the United States and the US allies are unjustly encircling and containing China.